This week we are going to be covering Charlamagne the God's book, Black Privilege. Now, this was something that we both chose. Really, really great read. Funny, insightful, all of that good stuff. So we are looking forward to telling y'all our views and then hearing what you guys have to say about it, what you guys thought about it.
So, y'all know for bios, I listen audiobook. So I don't have the book. I don't have quotes for this one. But I do have some great points, and I'll go first. So, my favorite part of this book. One of my favorite parts of this book. Put the weed in the bag, sis. This is one of his books. Put the weed in the bag.
So shout out to Fenty Beautiful, Shade 400s in this glass here. So go ahead. I had to re-up.
I'm sure Reed Honest put the weed in the bag.
Put the weed in the bag.
Listen, for those of you out there that are not condoning drugs or marijuana, shouldn't call it a drug because it actually grows from the ground. But anywho, I'm not condoning it. But what I will say, and I'm not even a smoker. I've never physically put weed in the bag, but that's not what he's talking about. What he's talking about is if you want a result, what's the purpose of putting the weed in the bag? So you can get that guap, right? Because you're trying to make some money. If you want the result of having whatever money that you want to get to, you got to do the work up front. You don't get money unless you sell the weed. You can't sell the weed unless you put it in the bag.
In the bag. Just throw it in the bag.
Putting the weed in the bag, putting the right amount in the bag is perfecting your craft.
You got to weigh it out.
Perfecting your craft. That's what it is. Because when you first start doing it, it may be a little bit too much. You lose the money. You got to use the scale.
Until you can eyeball it.
You got to get the right materials to do it correctly. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Prep work.
So what he did in his book is, this man worked for 2 years almost for Wendy Williams. Well, she was big.
How you doing?
How you doing? She worked for...
I ain't got nothing against her, but I don't like her.
I don't dislike her. She got to hustle. I respect it.
I mean, but you don't tell people. I feel like her words are... Listen, she need to read the 4 agreements. But anyways, go ahead.
He worked for 2 years under Wendy Williams. And he never got paid. Do you understand that? Now the man making, I'm sure, millions. I don't know what his pay scale, but he getting them coinage.
Yeah.
His coinage is up.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, I don't think I could work for 2 days without pay.
Got me fucked up.
You know what I would say? Slavery's over, sis.
Wendy, you're going to have to take one of them titties back. You're going to have to pay me what I'm worth. Because I'm going to need my coin.
He understands that I could benefit from this, from learning from her. Learning the process of radio at this level.
Mm-hmm. The experience, that internship.
Oh my. But seriously, our generation, we don't do that. We expect results right now because we live in an instantaneous gratification society.
Microwave.
Social media. Anything we need is at the tip of the finger. Our cell phone.
Down.
Wait, pick it up. We're on YouTube.
After you watch this show, put it down. Y'all see how much?
I'm done. But I love that because I don't want to work forever. My goal is to be an entrepreneur, and I've tried many things. I've quit working for over 15 months, and I didn't understand that there's a process before I should have got to that point. But anywho, so I respect that about Charlamagne. His story was phenomenal because it really taught me that on my journey that I need to be patient and that I need to make sure I do the upfront work. Before I go asking and expecting results and try to do things, you know what? I'm an amateur at this game, so I need to learn from people who've already done it in the position that I am. That's
people
something
that
I'm not good at.
No.
I don't really like to ask people for help. Most people don't, I think.
I am a big question asker, I think. And if I need help, I'm not shy about saying I need help, but I don't like the rejection of not being able to get the help that I need. And that will deter me from asking that person for help.
Yeah. They talk about rejection in one of these books, too.
Yeah.
You got to use to that.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to be an entrepreneur, sis. You got to be used to it. You can tell me, no, you know what I take that as? Not right now.
Not
I'll be
right
back
now.
next week.
Or maybe you don't need this product, but you need some gloss and eggs.
Okay, my second point is...
first of all...
No, I'm going through both points first.
Why?
Because I want to.
My first point is...
So, my second point is... No, it is. I need to get this. It's the same point that I went on a ranch on. Watch your kids. That's my second point. Let me tell you why this touched me. He talked about being molested when he was a child, right? Which I thought was a very unique point because we always hear about molestation coming from a woman talking about a man coming up on her. Women have always been sexualized since the beginning of time. So it's very common, which is sad because it doesn't even hit my heart the way it used to because I'm so used to hearing it. But for a man to say, I was molested. Now, he talked about he enjoyed it, but now as he got older, he realized that that wasn't the right thing to do. Right? But it was somebody close in the family or a family member, and it fucking always is. It always is. And how many examples? So, we read Need More Wine. Gabrielle, everybody knows her story that she was molested as a child. Now Charlamagne the God comes out and talks about how he was molested as a child. Tiffany Haddish talks about how she was molested as a child. I know countless people in my personal life that was molested as a child. This shit is real. It's happening every fucking day.
Listen.
And the bad thing is it's happening in the black community.
And you're silencing it. Because let me tell you something. That's one of my points. And I've dated a guy who was molested. He was like, yeah, my older cousin used to make me and my other cousin eat her stuff, suck on her titties, all that kind of stuff since he was a little boy. And I'm like, you're sick as fuck if you're making this up. And he's just like, nah, dead ass. But after that interaction and, just learning more about him, it kind of just made me think like, and then even if you watch something like Antoine Fisher's story.
Yeah, oh, God.
Our little boys are at risk too, and by sexualizing too early, it kind of devalues their thought process of women.
Oh, a kind experience. It fuck up your whole relationship, period, when it comes to sexual experience. Don't rob that from someone.
You are robbing.
You are robbing that from someone, and it takes mental... it takes a lot of mental work to get out of that mindset.
And then also with that, I think that so many people hold it in for so long because it's not something that you can't trust nobody.
No.
Nobody. When it comes to listen.
Oh my God.
Listen, because
I'm scared to have children.
You do something to a child. You do something to a person when you take that from them. You traumatize their sexual experiences from there on out. You compromise like their trust with men. You compromise everything. It can mentally mess a person up. Really, a child just isn't really equipped to handle sex, especially sex when it's not consensual.
Let me tell you something. Adults aren't even equipped to handle sex when their mind isn't right and their spiritual alignment isn't right.
You gotta have them chakras aligned, baby.
It's real.
It's real. Sex is
it's
powerful.
A powerful tool.
It's not right. And my granny used to always tell us, a stiff dick don't know no sisters. Which means she wouldn't let the girls and boys sleep in a room together.
I know that's right.
But anyways, let's girl, listen.
We going for anyhow. Thank you, Charlamagne.
Thanks
Those
for
are my
sharing
two
that.
main. What was your other point?
All right, so I just want to talk about this principle, PYP, pick your passion, poison it, or procrastination. All right, so I'm going to give y'all a little snippet from the book. Okay, so there are 3 primary P's, and pussy popping on a handstand is not one of them. Right?
Pussy popping on a handstand. There's only 2 P's in that.
You have 2 pussy popping on a handstand. All right. There are 3 primary P's to choose from in life. 1, passion, which leads to prosperity. 2, poison, which leads to pain. 3, procrastination, which doesn't lead anywhere at all because you sit around waiting for things to just magically happen. Please don't pick P's number 2 and 3. Instead of hoping you'll be successful, follow your passion. Make conscious decisions that will help you realize your destiny. Did y'all hear what he said?
Yeah, that's powerful.
Listen, procrastination
is a sin.
Listen, outside of it being a sin, it done killed my nigga in the crack. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Never get done. And you see somebody doing some shit that you thought about doing 2 years ago, and now you mad.
Woo! Let me talk about this for a second. Girls, I was gonna buy a mathnasium, right? A franchise.
I remember that.
I was gonna purchase the mathnasium with my home girl. Shout out to Ariel. What's up, sis? But anywho, she was one of the only other African American females who graduated in our engineering class in college. It was 3 of us. So the 2 of us, me and her, really linked. So we was like, yo, we gonna buy this mathnasium. We gonna come up with our own gig, because I've been on this entrepreneur kick for a minute, right? And I love math. I tutored it for many, many years. So we talked about, we looked at locations. We said, oh, we're gonna buy one in Wellington. We did our research on it. We said, oh, we started looking at how much money, right? Doing our due diligence to see what is the estimated profit that we can get from it. Mm-hmm. It turned out that we could make the same money that we were making as engineers.
Really?
That's what we calculated. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, you don't know unless you really get into it. It could be great, it could be disastrous.
Right.
But we were averaging. Well, why pursue all of this and go through all of this to make what we're making right now as engineers? That was years ago. So you know your money only going up as an engineer as you get more and more experience.
Right.
1 year later, the mathnasium up and booming in Wellington. Booming. I mean, always packed. I said, God, every time I live less than a mile from the location that got set up. Every time I see the goddamn location, I be mad. My gym was right next to it, girl. I had stopped going to the gym. I was so pissed. Seriously, I went and got another gym membership.
Are you serious?
I really did. I didn't want to go there no more. That's how mad I was. Because every time I see that, I just see my coinage going out of my pocket into someone else's. And I'm a bomb-ass teacher, especially when it comes to the math. I know if they got it popping in there, ours would have been lit. Anyways, but I digress.